That being said, how many dams China are building in the upstream, and what are the threats?
Okay, so you might have read this in the news also. Recently, in December 2024, this was quietly discussed among all the media houses that China is right now planning to build one new proposed
No.
dam on the Medong County. So yeah,
That is a
so
60,000 megawatt project.
yes, yes, rightly said. And I just want to highlight this to the audiences also that this is just not a new phenomena by China. This is actually a very routine exercise. It has become a very routine exercise for China because in the past years also, or in the past decade also, we have seen certain number of these exercises which have been done by China. And you'll be shocked to know the numbers which I'm going to quote now. There are more than 28,000 of small and medium dams which are constructed on the Yarlang Sangpo, that is the Brahmaputra River. So, but as the China strategically focuses all its exercises on its 5 year plan, so it was actually estimated in the 12th 5 year plan where China proposed this cascading, number of dams on the upper and the middle reaches of Yarlang Sangpo. And now this the current dam, which is right now, it is just in the speculation whether this dam, because we do not have the blueprints at the moment. So it is just a kind of a discussion which is happening in the media that China is proposing these dams. Although from the China's point of view, this was totally the China spokesperson have totally denied these allegations that this dam will not have any kind of implications on the downstream countries. But we need to see the previous track record of China also. Like in the 12th 5 year plan, which was proposed in 2011 and it was ended in 2015. In that also Chinese have built series of dams. So for example, the Zhangmu Dam is there, Jiacha Dam is there, Zexu Dam is there. But we need to understand that it's very difficult to construct this high capacity of dams on this river. And out of these series of dam, only one dam is currently which is operational. That Zangmu dam, which is just with a capacity of 510 megawatt, which is currently operational.
Now, for the moment, I'm getting out of the ecology debate, ecology and human tragedy debates. Let's focus on the strategic side of the story. Let's focus on the Indian responses. Uh, the basic thing is that there should not be except during rainfalls or the natural disasters, or the natural, sudden in 1 year you see higher rainfall, so something happens. So that is part of the system. This, but some man-made structure can it be used against us?
So now, you have rightly mentioned. Now, let's shift our debate from the ecological or the man-made thing. Now, coming to the India's perspective, so it's very rightly assumed because from India's point of view, being the lower riparian directly from the China's China's stance, we need to think it very strategically. So here the point comes of China's weaponization of water. So we have Indian experts and the Indian academia, which is widely, debated and been discussed among all the scholars that China has weaponized the water of Tibet. So now, how it is this is happening? So the moment the water is coming from the upper riparian to the lower riparian, China has always tried to altercation the diversion of water from its south Tibet to the north, because as we know that the China's most of the population is based in the northern side. And let's suppose in the dry season, if let's suppose for example China stops this water from coming from the upper riparian and it blocks the water into its reservoirs, then also it gives us an acute shortage of water in the lower downstream countries in the northeastern states, and specifically during the monsoon time also. And let's suppose if the dam water gets open, in that point of a time also, the water can usually come and it can impact our agriculture or to the livelihood also. And I'm just not speculating these things. These has actually happened in the past also. And let's talk about how India is responding towards it. Now, India's point of view is that, we also, like, if China is trying to make a few of the, construction of dams on these rivers, India also needs to, balance that power. So in response to that, in 2023, the series of 12 dams were also inaugurated by Ministry of Finance, and Srimati Nirmala Sitaraman has also given a budgetary of $75 billion to each of these dams, that which will help in constructing these dams. And there is already one dam which is already been constructed on the lower Siang region of Arunachal Pradesh, which is also been given $1 million of amount, so that construction of this dam
You are
also
talking
takes.
about the 11,000 megawatt Siang project.
Right, right. I'm talking about the same thing. So, in the same way, this dam can also be strategically, be placed at that moment. Let's suppose
Dibang is also a
the
dam, 2,880 megawatt Dibang is, which is taken up for construction.
yes,
It is also a
right,
dam.
right.
The calming multipurpose, does it have any such component?
Oh, no. So we need to understand one thing, that because, here comes the dual use of all these dams, where we need to save the water also, we need to generate the electricity also, but on the same hand, from a strategic point of view, we need to use it, as a barrier also. Let's suppose if the flow of water is coming, we need to safeguard and close the gates of the dam. So yeah, strategically, if you point of view, from a point of view, we need to see that how dam is, creating a role of dual use.